I would love to see Jill Zarin back. I'd love to see Dorinda back. I'd love to see Kelly Ben Simone back. I mean, wouldn't that be perfect? And listen, who knows if I'll be back? I mean, but I said who I thought would make a great cast, and added to our cast that we have now, and so let's see what happens.
Would you like to come back and reclaim your golden apple? Do you want to come back to the show?
Well, listen, if they asked me, I would love to. And I can't think of a better scenario than coming back with all the OGs. What fun. I mean, I think it's very hard to fit, people into a cast that's been around for so long. It's like the square peg in the round hole. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And so I'm excited to see who they have for the other cast. I think the inspiration comes from the Ultimate Girls Trip because everybody loved that show. It felt like old school Housewives. And I think maybe that could have been part of the inspiration.
You pioneered that, Luann. Now, it's an interesting thing with this new RHONY reboot cast and then the Legacy show. It kind of leaves Leah and Ebony in an interesting situation. Where do you think they would land?
I don't know what the age of the new cast would be, or, I think they could kind of go either way. So that's really up to Bravo.
Now, you were mentioning who you would love to see on the Legacy show. We got Jill, Dorinda, Kelly. Is there anyone who you would be nervous to welcome back into the group?
Not really. I mean, if you're talking about Bethany, I don't think she'll be back anytime soon.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that ship
welcome her back, but I don't think she would come back at this point.
Yeah,
I think that ship has sailed.
Did you see that TikTok she made where she kind of called the new reboot news boring?
Well, it's interesting how for somebody that doesn't ever want to mention the Housewives ever again, that she's talking about how boring it would be.
Speaking of people who don't want to mention the Housewives ever again, Heather Thompson has also said she is never going to mention the Housewives ever again. Now that this RHONY Legacy show is on the table, do you think she might come crawling back?
And it's not a matter of coming crawling back, it's a matter of being asked back.
And what about Carol? I'm so interested to know how everyone is with Carol these days. Do you have a relationship with Carol?
No, I do not. I don't think anybody has a relationship with Carol. I don't think she's on the radar.
And then, of course, there's the big question mark around Ramona, whether she should come back or not. What's your opinion, Luann?
Well, listen, I can't see a show without the Ramona Singer stinger. So, love her or hate her, she's a woman that we've grown to love and we've seen on television for so long. So I'd be surprised if they didn't ask her back.
There's so much excitement for you to come back to the show. What parts of your life would you like to show the audience this time around on a RHONY Legacy show?
Listen, it's all about where I am in my journey. And I'm not a premeditated kind of person. It's like, like on the Ultimate Girls Trip, some people Google people. I do not. I like to get to know people for who they are. And, when that time comes, who knows where we'll be in life. So it's hard to predict. And so I just kind of roll with it.
Let's talk about this NFT collection. This is so exciting. You and Dorinda are starring in these Marilyn Monroe inspired NFTs. What is this all about?
Ez is a really good friend of mine. He's photographed me many times. And when he brought this to my attention, I was like, when he asked me to do it, I was like, that's interesting. Now I know about NFTs. I don't know a lot about them. So when he said he was doing a Marilyn series and, it's all about how everybody has an inner Marilyn. And I was like, totally can relate to that. And so it was something I was excited about. And the photographs are incredible. He did an amazing job, and it's exciting to be around, all these fabulous women too. I mean, the group of women that he has in the show are incredible. And so it's just great to be included. I'm humbled to be included and have an NFT, my very first NFT. So I'm excited.